Hello students, welcome back to your online classes. My name is Sabita Sharma and I am your economics teacher. Today we are with chapter number 3b, factors affecting elasticity of demand. Factor determining elasticity of demand. Okay, student, this particular chapter is very important for you, especially the factors. You have one marks questions. All the one marks question is mainly with the factor determining elasticity of demand. So all the topics, all the 9 points what you have, it should be clear for you. Okay. So first with the nature of commodity. We have two kind of commodity. All the commodities are mainly divided into two parts: ordinary, necessary, or luxury goods. Ordinary commodity have inelastic demand or less than unitary elastic demand. Why? Ordinary commodity example: salt, kerosene oil, matchboxes, textbooks, seasonal vegetables, etc. Even if price is very high or very low, we will buy only what we want. For example, salt. Price is very high, price is very low, but we will buy only one packet of salt. Same with the matchboxes. We will buy whatever we want. Textbook, it is necessity, so we will take that commodity even if price is very high or price is very low. That's why ordinary commodity or necessaries of life have which kind of elasticity? Less than unitary elastic or inelastic demand. Next one, luxury goods. Luxury goods like air conditioner, costly furniture, fashionable garments have which kind of elasticity? Greater than unitary elastic. Greater than unitary elastic. Why? For example, if price of air conditioner is very high or the price of costly furniture automatically become very high, so we will postpone. Okay, when the price is less, that time we will buy the commodity because it is not necessary of life. Okay, so in that condition, if price is increasing very high or price is decreasing, so demand is more increasing or more decreasing because it is not at all necessities of life. So luxury goods have which kind of demand? Greater than unitary elastic demand. Here demand is more movable comparison to price. Little bit change in price have greater change in demand, or 50% change in price have 100% change in demand. Why? Because it is a luxury goods. Next one, availability of substitute. Very good. If the commodity, two types, whether substitutes are available or substitutes are not available. In one, two sense we can understand. If substitutes are available, for example, tea has its substitute coffee, orange juice have substitute lime juice. If substitutes are available, we are more elastic. If you don't have tea, I will go to coffee. If you don't have orange juice, I will go for the lime juice. Okay. But if you don't have substitute, if the commodity have no substitute like cigarette, liquor, then we have inelastic demand. We want cigarette, we want liquor even if price is very high, price is very low, because we are habituated of it. So availability of substitute, if substitutes are available, then we are elastic, more elastic. Or if substitutes are not available, then we are inelastic in nature. Okay. Next one, different uses of commodity. Very important. Electricity, variety of uses are there. Multiple uses are there. We can lightning, room heating, air condition, cooking, many use are there. So when the price of electricity is less, demand is very high. When the price is high, demand is very less. So here we have a more elasticity because the commodity have many uses. But if commodity have only one use, for example, paper, We have only one use. We will only write on that. So in that condition, if price is very high or price is very less, the commodity is inelastic. Whatever we need, we will buy. We cannot move too much. Okay. So different uses is again divided into two parts. Commodity have multiple use, commodity have only one use. If commodity have only one use, the elasticity is less or inelastic. If commodity have many uses, the demand is elastic in nature. Next one, habit of consumer. Again, it's very easy. If you are habituated of any commodity, or a person is habituated of any commodity, he will buy that commodity even if price is very high or price is very low. So again, it is which kind of elastic? It is inelastic in nature. Why inelastic in nature? Because price is increasing or decreasing, but the demand remain constant. So it is inelastic demand. So if a person is habituated, will have a inelastic demand like cigarette, coffee, tobacco. I can give example of Maggie also. It is so because a person cannot do without them. They want that commodity. That's why it is inelastic in nature. Next one, durability. It is divided into two parts, durable goods, perishable goods. Durable goods are those goods which are durable in nature, and perishable commodities are those commodity which will perish in few days or in a day also. है ना? So that's why the commodity is, if the commodity is durable, it is elastic. We can buy afterwards, we can now, so we can change the demand according to the price. But the perishable commodity have inelastic in nature. If you will not buy milk that day, if you will not buy vegetable that day, it will be perish. That's why it is inelastic in nature. Next one, complementary goods. Every one of you know what is complementary goods. Jointly demanded goods are termed as complementary goods. Again, it is relative inelastic. Why relative inelastic? For example, a fall in the price of mobile handset may leads to rise in the demand of SIM card. So it is relative inelastic in nature comparison to other goods. Next one, income of the consumer. It is divided into two parts. This income part is divided into two parts. Either very rich or very, either a very rich or a very poor person, extremely poor person. Income of the consumer is divided into two parts, a very rich or a very poor. Huh? So in both the condition, elasticity is inelastic. Why inelastic? If a rich person price is increasing or decreasing, doesn't matter. Same with the very poor people, beggars. Price is very high for some commodity or price is very low for some commodity, doesn't matter. Mainly the middle class people have more elasticity. We are moving more comparison to the very high class people or a very low class people. That's why income of the consumer is divided again in two parts. Very high income group people have inelastic demand, or very low income group people also have usually inelastic demand or no change. Doesn't matter if price is increasing or decreasing for both the class. Next, urgency of need. Okay, now if the commodity are urgent needed, then it is relative inelastic. We will buy that commodity even if price is very high or very low, because it is urgent. Some medicines are very urgent, so we will buy that commodity even if price is very low, price is very high, but you have to give that commodity. That's why it is relatively inelastic. On the other hand, luxury goods which are less urgent, so have elastic demand. Okay, I will take tomorrow or day after tomorrow, it does not matter, it is not necessary of life. So luxury goods have elastic, or which goods? Urgent goods have inelastic demand. time period. Okay. Now the short period. In the short period, I cannot change my demand because I don't have time. So automatically it is inelastic in nature. In the long period, easily I can think what I want, whether to take, not to take. So I have time for pause, for start. So that's why it become elastic in nature. Short period is inelastic, long period is elastic. It is so because in the long run, a consumer can change his habits more convenient than the short period. That's why in the short period, inelastic. Whatever I want, I will take that commodity. But in the long period, we have choice also. Okay, you take this one, this one, this one. So in the long period, our elasticity is more comparison to the short period.